Here's the Yeti, or the Sasquatch of Dartmoor. Whoa! Right, this is the shovel down complex of stone rows and this cairn circle. Now there's a stone row leading up to the cairn circle, which I'm at the head of down there, as you can see. This cairn circle I find is really interesting because there's four circles in it. You can clearly see that. Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So, and you can see it carries on there as it curves round. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 3. Let's say 3, and the centre. I think there was probably a kyst or cyst in here because it's hollowed out. But I think this would have looked in its day quite impressive because these two great big menhirs lead off from this stone row. It's an absolutely beautiful day again, but so cold, it's bitter. And I think, excuse the sun, I'm going into the sun here, these were stood up, that one like that way and this one that way maybe, and that was quite an impressive entrance into this cairn circle here, as you can see. But this is very, very close to Scorrill Stone Circle. Now, if you look, there's, I'm saying very, very close, it's probably a mile or two away from it, that's all. But in them days, that was probably around the corner, I should imagine. But this is a very impressive stone row leading all the way up the hill. Although it doesn't appear to be very straight. I couldn't see in 5,000 years that it's straight enough, but in 5,000 years that would have moved quite like that, unless they put it in with those bends in it. Well, why not? But if you look over to here, let's go, there's some more stones going off at an angle. So should we say, let's call them avenues. So that leads up to a tall stone over the brow of the hill there. That stone row there leads to that cairn and seems to stop there. And then there's another one, which this one I find very, very interesting because I've got my compass and map, never come out on Dartmoor without one. This leads, I don't know if this would have had bends in it or anything like that. I mean, who knows? I mean, everything is speculation, but that's what makes it more interesting, I think. But this is another double stone row. So in this little patch of maybe 30 or 40 metres, there's 3 double stone rows, which I find really interesting. You can see it's a double stone row because there's one stone, again not huge, and there's the other. Oh, I mean the sun to it there, yeah, there. And that leads down that track right the way through the middle of the double stone row. But when I put the compass on it and got the map out, this is pointed directly, you can't see Scorrill Stone Circle from here, but this is pointed directly at, you can see where the, where's my finger, stones go, there, and that leads directly at Scorrill Stone Circle. So I think that was an avenue to the stone circle, in my humble opinion. So yes, yeah, really, really interesting. That heads off, and I'll put the compass on it, in a north-northeasterly direction, right into Scorrill Stone Circle. Now that goes back up the other way. So up to the avenue over there. I'll say it's an avenue, but I think these were avenues to lead people to, like we have roads today. I'm probably completely utterly wrong. I'm not qualified in any of my ramblings on about this, as I say in my first post I did. But I think, as I just said, they're avenues to maybe point people in that direction. I mean, how many hours do we spend making roads today? Yeah, and they probably spent the equivalent putting these stone rows in. So I think they're for the same kind of purpose, because, you know, we tend to be creatures of habit. And this is a huge settlement, Bronze Age, early Bronze Age settlement here. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes back as far as the Neolithics. Again, I don't know. It's just my inane ramblings on, as I call it. But yes, it's over there. I don't know if you can see that light patch. That's what's commonly known as the round pound. And there were two huge round houses there. Then just over the back there's that bit there. That's where there's a great big settlement. There's loads and loads of round houses there, which you can almost see from the top of Kestor, which is what that is there. This then is my opinion. Oh, let's shrink this back down, that's it. This is then my opinion of why this one leads to Scorrel Stone Circle, because it's an avenue to guide people there. Because I don't know what the vegetation was back in those days, and if it was overgrown or had tree growth or anything like that. So yeah, let's go back over to the one that leads to the cairn, or cairn circle, because you can clearly see the curbstones around the cairn. It's easier seen with the naked eye than it is with the camera on my iPhone, which I'm filming all these on. But yes, this is the stone row, which leads up quite some way. I'd say probably, you can see it going down there, down the hill. It's all higgledy-piggledy now, because it's all fallen over, a lot of it, but it's clearly a double stone row, as you can see by this piece here, all the way down the hill, which would be a good 100 metres and another 20, say 130 metres or so. So this would have been the avenue to lead them into this. I think it would have been processional or ceremonial to some degree, but this is a very interesting one because there's so much of it here. Anyway, yes, right, here's the back to the cairn circle, and you can clearly see the curbstones around it here. I'm walking around the actual, there you go, around it now. So that's another one's fallen. Oh, that one's fallen, but you can see the shape of it going round. So yeah, and there's, let's go back again, 1, 2, 3. There was 3 circles in this one alone. So this is really exciting, I think.